all had a beautiful Mother's Day. It was a beautiful day here. The weather was relatively nice. See if I can find you. There you are. Anywho, I hope you all had a nice Mother's Day. I had a great Mother's Day. Started off, I got to sleep in a little, and then good morning, Diane. We had a new washer and dryer delivered, which I'm not real excited about because Thursday I paid off a bunch of debt and it felt really good. And one of the things I paid off was our washer and dryer, and then Friday morning the washing machine just died. The motherboard just went. Said I'm done, I'm paid for, so I've served my purpose and I'm dead. So we went out, and this time we did not buy fancy washing machines with digital buttons and funny sounds and digital screens. We bought old-fashioned commercial Maytag heavy duty legit laundromat wash and dryer. Like ugly as all get out and exactly what I wanted. So it's got knobs and no fancy sounds. The buzzer when it goes off is like ah! Instead of this little chime playing through the house. But it's got a 10-year warranty, so I'm hoping, because we bought the commercial apartment, it's intended for an apartment. It even had the option to put the coin things on the side. I told my husband we should have got those and it could be a savings account. Oh, how do you turn the buzzer off, Sarah? I don't think there's a button on mine to turn it off, but if there was, I would shut it off because it restarts and goes for a few minutes. It finished its load in like 20 minutes. Like it dried really fast. I couldn't believe how quick it dried and washed. It's very fast. But what was I gonna say? My brain just froze. I don't know. Oh, it's got a knob for different dryer settings and a temperature, and that's it. And you hit start, and it's like a big push button, like it's old school. So no, they don't. This is our third set of washer and dryer since we lived in this house. And we've been in this house for 11 years. It'll be 11 years in June, and this is our third set. Yes, I agree, Sarah. They don't have agitators. Our old one didn't have an agitator, and I had that. I hated that. This one's got an agitator. It's smaller as far as what it holds. It's like it holds a little bit less, but I don't care. Ugh. I hate buying new appliances. I hate it. They're fun for a minute, and then you're like, now I gotta pay for them. I gotta get my apron, ladies. I forgot my apron. Alright, I want to know who sent me this fabulous apron. Nobody has responded to my post to say that they got me this apron. And I absolutely love this. I want to know who gave it to me. Why did I do that? I don't know how to tie a thing. Yes, ours has an agitator now too, Sarah, and I'm thrilled. So, who got me this? Fess up. It's fabulous. I love it. I love it. And it makes my boobs look twice as big when I tie it in the front. So maybe I'll tie it in the back because you don't all need all of that this morning. They're big enough without accentuating them. All right, guys, I am going to make a bowl of quinoa this morning. I don't know if you've been seeing Pearl's posts, but she cooks quinoa with some raisins and puts some gentle sweet and cinnamon on top and pours some milk and eats it. And it looks, every time I see the picture, I'm like, I gotta eat that. It looks so good. Who hates, Sarah, you hate fathead dough? Oh, I love fathead dough. The one that I'm trying to think what it's called. There's one in the cookbook, in one of the cookbooks that I really like. I'll have to get back to you on that because I can't remember unless somebody else knows a good one. All right, quinoa. Let's get this stuff started. I saw somebody just say they're afraid to eat quinoa. Don't be afraid. It's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love quinoa, you guys. It's so good. Try it. It's cheap. Buy a bag and try it. And if you don't like it, it's not the end of the world if you waste it because it's not that expensive. I think this whole bag was $3 and I've made like a ton out of it. But get the stuff that's washed. It says pre-washed. Otherwise, you gotta wash it. All right. I can never remember. I need a serving size is a 1/4 cup uncooked, but I want a cup. I'm just gonna cook a cup and then go from there. I'm just gonna cook a cup, and I can't remember how much water to put. Does anybody remember how much water to put in quinoa in the Instapot? I should have looked that up first and I forgot. How to cook quinoa in the Instant Pot. It's 1 minute in the Instant Pot, but I can't remember the water measurements. And I'm gonna also put cherries in this. Of course, I'm gonna have to scroll 45 minutes to get to the actual instructions on this blog. Scroll, scroll, scroll. 1.5 cups of water. 1 cup of quinoa and 1.5 cups of water. All right. Gonna go with it. Pizza crust made with ground chicken. I have some ground chicken in my fridge, Bonnie. And I was wondering what I'm going to do with it because I bought it to go in my chili last week and then forgot to put it in my chili. So maybe I should do that. Chicken crust. I was going to make quiche tonight, but maybe now I'm going to make pizza. All right, I'm going to put some cherries in with my quinoa. Frozen. My pants are falling down, you guys. I bought these jeggings a couple of years ago and I used to wear them to work. They looked horrible, but I wore them anyway, and now they're falling down. I have to keep yanking them up. They're falling down big time, and I like it. I'm gonna cut these cherries in half, you know, just to make things more complicated. Do I need to do that? Probably not, but I'm gonna do it anyway. These are frozen dark sweet cherries. There's a whole, I have a message thread going. There's some ladies working on our bat wings on our arm. And it keeps popping up on my screen. All these ladies are doing their bat wing exercises. Keeps popping up in front of your comments. All these pictures or comments about people's arms. Alright. I don't know how many that is. It's this many. It's probably, I don't know. If I weight measured it, it's probably 3/4 of a cup. Cherries. That's what I'm going with. I'm not even gonna add any sweetener. If I need it, I'll add it after. Cherries should be sweet enough. Phew, that thing smells like onions. I hope my quinoa doesn't come out smelling like onions. Onion cherry quinoa. That'll be a winning recipe. Put that on the front page of the website. Onion cherry quinoa. It smells like chili. That's what it smells like. Aw, that's why you're up, Jessica. You're up to watch live. I know. I'm gonna do mine when I sit in my office chair, Anne Marie, while I'm on a meeting. I'm hoping I haven't done any arm exercises outside of physical therapy on my shoulder. So I'm hoping I can do it okay. All right. I'm gonna need sweetener, Rhonda. I figured I'd rather add it after than to add it now and find out I should have waited and have it be too sweet. So you guys, I found this organic pomegranate powder. There's 3 net carbs in this, and it's just pomegranate seeds is all it is. I want to taste it. I don't know what it's going to taste like. Tastes exactly like pomegranates. It's not bad. It's actually pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty. So, okay. So I'm gonna have a bowl of hot quinoa this morning with some almond milk on it. But I am going to make up tomorrow's breakfast because I'm sorry, ladies. I have a go live again tomorrow, and I will not be live for breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna make quinoa parfaits so that I can have breakfast ready for me tomorrow while I'm in the middle of my go live. I can just grab it out of the fridge, throw it in my mouth, and keep going with my go live. Rude. I'm sorry. What are the benefits of pomegranate powder? I don't know. Let's see. Apparently none. It says plant-based superfood. It says, at Carrington Farms, our love of food is real, and we believe that eating delicious food is good for you. It's one of the greatest joys in life. That's well written. I feel that deep. Made in China, packed in the USA. Oy. You suck. Isn't anything made in America anymore? My washer and dryer made in America. That's another reason I bought them. It says right on the front. Made in the USA. Big sticker. That's why it is. Probably Chinese parts, but still. It was made in the USA. I don't know what the benefits are. Not a clue. Not sure that there are none. A Go Live Terry. So I do, I'm a clinical application analyst in my real life. FOMO means fear of missing out, Sherry. So I'm a clinical application analyst, so medical records that your doctor, your electronic medical record that your doctor types in when you're at work, when you're at the doctor, and in surgery or all that stuff, I develop that so that they can use it, like I support it and make changes to it and all that stuff. And so there's a big change. If there's a change going into the system for everybody to use, it's going live for everybody. So I have to go in and build it so that it can be live for everybody. And when you build in the production system where it's live for the users and not in a test system, you have to be quick and you have to be there to support it in case anything goes wrong. And usually it takes some time. So my go lives take a little bit of time. So I probably did miss a comment. I know, Tracy. Isn't it rude? How dare my actual job get in the way of my other actual job? How rude, inconsiderate can you possibly be? Real day job. Sorry. Oh, we go live with stuff on Tuesdays usually. Usually, if I'm gonna have a go live, most of the time, it's on a Tuesday, and I have like 4 tomorrow morning. So I have to be focused. Last week was one big one. This week is 4 smaller ones, but they'll become big with 4. That's delicious. I don't like yogurt, and that is good. I just put some of this pomegranate powder and some super sweet in that plain Greek yogurt and mixed it up. Do you have to write code in your job? The last medical record that I supported, I did all the time. But this medical record is more not wizard based, but it's like tool based. But everything touches everything. So if you make one little change over here, it touches a million things. So you have to do a lot of analysis to determine what it's going to break if you touch it, so that you can prevent it from breaking other things. And you have to, yeah. So I wouldn't say I write code anymore. I used to. The last medical record that I supported, I did. But it's gone, and we have a new medical record. It's complicated, but it's not, I like it. I'm still learning. I've been back supporting this medical record in the capacity that I am now for 1.5 years, and I'm still learning. It's big. There's a lot to it. Is that cooking yet? Why isn't it cooking? Because I had it on warm, not cook. I'm over here waiting on my quinoa, and it ain't even cooking yet. It's over there warm. Pomegranate powder to the grass clippings, lemon. Sarah, do you know that I have not had my dynamic duo and magnesium for like weeks because I totally forgot about it until I just saw your comment? Maybe I should try it with some pomegranate powder. That might taste better. It's got a little bit of carbs, so that's a good idea, Cindy. I will make me a coffee, girl. That's a good idea. You guys, I saw a coffee mug yesterday and I almost bought it. And then I decided, do we really need another one right now? Probably not. I probably don't need another one right this minute. It said, it was blue, and it said, don't make me repeat myself, history. I laughed right out loud and bam. I thought it was so funny. Don't make me repeat myself, history. Unfortunately, that's exactly what we're doing, aren't we? All right. I'm a little feisty this morning. How long could it cook on warm till tomorrow morning, Prosperous? My quinoa wouldn't be done for 24 hours probably, cooking on warm. Like, is it cooking? I can hear it pressurizing now. That thing makes me so scared, you guys, that one of these days it's gonna explode. I know, Tracy, I should have bought it. I just may go back and buy it because it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. should have. I should have just done it. Now I have regrets. Why didn't I do it? Darn it. Now I'm gonna have to go back to BAM. I ain't got time for that. But I'll have regrets if I don't. I know, me too, Sarah. Not fuzzy blankets or socks. I'm not into those. But books, not so much. Cookbooks, I bought 2 cookbooks yesterday. I bought a used cookbook. Let me show you. I bought this, Hungry Girl to the Max. Now, she is not trim healthy. However, I stood in the BAM reading through some of these recipes thinking I could THMify that. She's got some really interesting, weird ideas in here. And a lot of them I could totally THMify. Some of them have like cake mix and stuff, but a lot of them, like this section here for pasta, is all about shirataki noodles, konjac noodles, miracle noodles, whatever you call. You've never heard of Hungry Girl, Anne Marie? She's great. She's more she's Weight Watchers focused, but she's got some really unique ideas. So like this recipe for fettuccine hungry Chick-Fredo, it's called. It says 1 bag of, it would be miracle noodles, chicken breast, salt and pepper, sour cream. She says fat-free, I wouldn't do that. Parmesan cheese, Laughing Cow cheese to make Alfredo pasta. So, yeah. So she's got some really interesting recipes, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. It was like $3. I thought, I'll take that. I have one Hungry Girl book already, but that one's huge. And then I bought this one. It's called I Love My Air Fryer Low Carb Recipe Cookbook. So there are some recipes in here that still have sugar, which makes me laugh. But most of them have erythritol, and there's some very interesting recipes for the air fryer. Bacony mushrooms and onions. Yes, I agree, Nikki. I will totally be THMifying her recipes. I will just use them as inspiration. Mozzarella sticklets. Like, yeah, this was $7. So there's some really good recipes in there. I know, Tracy, Facebook got rid of the option. Facebook got rid of the flip screen option. Jerks. All right, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I'm all over the place this morning. I'm gonna let it sit for just a minute. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna release the Kraken. Where's not the Kraken, releasing the Kraken. Hold on. Whew. I got my Rashida creamer. I don't know. There's probably a name for this. Trim Healthy Creamer. I'm calling it my Rashida creamer. I know. I don't like it, Prosperous. I'm not very happy that they took it away after I finally, well, I didn't figure it out. Tracy told me how to do it. After I was able to do it. Cookbooks are a problem for me. I don't know if you can see. Well, no, you can't. But above my microwave, up here, these are all cookbooks. And there's not that many, but there's quite a few. None of them are on plan. But I went through, I got rid of like 10 yesterday. We, what was I just gonna say? Man, my brain is fuzzy this morning. My sugar's low. I can tell, like, I need some fuel. But we installed a new microwave this weekend. You can't even tell because it's identical to the old one. But ours had splits and cracks and breaks in the door, and a piece fell off the side. And I was starting to get nervous that I was like giving my whole family radiation poisoning. It'll get there eventually. Nikki, I didn't put it up. See, that's my husband's thing. He wants to keep the cabinets clean above it. I'd rather just clean the cabinets or ask my mom to come down and clean the cabinets. So until he puts them back, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know that that towel's not there. Coffee. All right. My quinoa, she's done. Boy, oh boy. That looks mighty fine. What do I need? I need a mitt. One to sit it on. So I want to make these parfaits, but I'm afraid it's going to be too hot. Some of mine are from my grandmother, Sarah. Yes, absolutely. Keep those cookbooks. Some are from my mom too. They're like old church lady cookbooks. Like when churches used to do cookbooks and like sell them for fundraisers, the like ladies auxiliary stuff. Does that stuff even exist anymore? It's so sad. There used to be so much like that, and I don't know that that stuff is even a thing in most places anymore. This is hotter than Satan's armpit. But I'm still gonna taste that. It'll ruin my whole day because I'll burn my tongue. Hey, guess what, Rhonda? That needs a whole lot of sweetener. Why did I just get a plate out? I'm not gonna eat it out of a plate. What else? I don't know. I did 1 cup of quinoa, 1.5 cups of water. Yeah. 3/4 cup of cherries. It tastes exactly like birdseed, Nikki. Needs a lot of sweetener, Melissa. Those cherries didn't cut it. I did a cup of quinoa, 1.5 cups of water, and 3/4 cup of cherries for 1 minute on high pressure. All right, that's a little more than I need. I'm gonna stick that in the freezer for a minute to cool that off. I'm even gonna stick an ice cube because this is gonna be for my parfait. I have to slide it under the onion rings and cookie dough ice cream. I tell you what. That's awesome. I'm glad there's churches out there doing ice cream socials. All right, I can't do anything until my quinoa cools off. It tastes a little bit like chili, Bethany. It's got a hint of peppers and onions to it. Why not? Why not? All right. I'm gonna have about a cup of this, and I'm having a cup of it because that's what Pearl has. Because I don't know what the serving is. So that's probably a little more in the cup. And I'm gonna put some cinnamon in and a whole crap ton of sweetener on it. I haven't tried onion rings in the air fryer. I haven't. I should. But I haven't. A little cinnamon. A whole lot of sweetener. She used gentle sweet. I'm going right straight up super. Not that much. much, but oh man, now I just got cinnamon all through my super sweet. That was dumb. And then this is driving me crazy. My almond milk has never done this until this last batch and this one. I don't know what I'm doing different, but my almond milk did not separate. I'm not making it any different. It's driving me crazy. Mary, that is genius, because that gasket stinks so bad. And I hate putting sweet things in it. That is a good idea. I'm going to do that. I'm going to log on to the whole Instapot site today and get me a second gasket. What do I look up? Instant Pot gasket? I don't buy a lot of gaskets. All right. That is lovely when you put the sweetener on it. Shriveled nipples. What are we talking about? All I saw was a comment fly by that said shriveled nipples. Oh, on my almonds. My almonds have shriveled nipples. They have them in colors? I don't know, Cindy. It never did that. So I don't know why. I don't know. But there's my quinoa. Cherries, quinoa, sweetener, cinnamon, and almond milk. So much better than oatmeal, you guys. I still need the super sweet. Where am I going? All right. I'm gonna make my parfaits, but I need my quinoa. Hopefully it's cooled off a little. Let's see. Good enough. Got dog hair on top. That'll add to the flavor. All right, good enough. I'm going with it. If it's too hot, it is what it is. I don't care. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some sweetener in it. I have dirtied every spoon that I had in my sweetener. Look, I have 3 spoons going. Ugh. I got quinoa stuck in my teeth like little bugs. That's the only thing about quinoa. Feels like you got bugs in your mouth. That's a good advertisement for it. Some in red for the ceiling rings. Use one for savory and one for, all right, I'm gonna do that. You ladies know best. What about rice cauliflower as a replacement for oatmeal? You can do that, Faith. I don't want to. That does not sound like something I would enjoy. But you go right ahead. Sounds like a good idea to me. All right, I have one of my chocolate sauce pods. And I'm gonna put it in my never before used microwave and see if I can explode it all over the inside of my brand new microwave that has never been used before. Let's see what happens. Is what recipe? The quinoa or the parfaits? No, neither. I don't know why I asked. Neither one of them are there. Pearl posted the other day about the quinoa and how she does it. And I'm just making the parfaits because I thought it would be fun. Did I put sweetener? Yes, I did. I'm going to put some of the cherry quinoa, and then I'm going to put some of my pomegranate yogurt. This is going to have lots of flavor, you guys. And then I'm going to put some strawberries. I don't even know the egg whites in oatmeal. I don't even know that they are prosperous, to be honest. A few little blueberries. Wow, I don't want to wipe that on my apron. That'll ruin it. Those blueberries, messy. All right, and a little bit of banana. I'm not going to use a ton because that knife is sharper than it looks. I'm just going to put a little bit of banana because it'll taste kind of banana splitty. Because I don't want a whole nother serving of carbs. And then I'm going to put a little chocolate sauce. And then I'm going to do it again. Cherry quinoa. These are going to be yummy. These are going to be yummy. A little pomegranate yogurt. Some strawberries. Hopefully they'll thaw out. Unthaw, thaw out, whatever you call it. I'm going to use a spoon this time. I'm still going to get them all over my counter. A few blueberries. One for me, one for the parfait. Ooh, those are cold. What next? Banana. That's plenty of banana. That's half a small banana. That's plenty. A little more chocolate. Oh, these are gonna be good. I can feel it in my bones. It's gonna be delicious. I got a little bit of yogurt left. See if I can slam that on top. Look at that. That looks mighty good. You can't even see what I'm doing, so you wouldn't even know. Look. Looks like chocolate. It's like chocolate cake. It's not. It's cherry quinoa. You'll never know. It looks good, doesn't it? I think that's going to be quite delightful. I got a little drizzle of chocolate sauce. Might as well put that on top. Ain't no sense wasting a taste of chocolate. Right? I'm going to stick that baby in the fridge and I'm going to eat it tomorrow. I know. Who would even know frozen blueberries are cold? Who knows? I think that looks delicious. Looks quite tasty. This side looks even better. Look how perfect it looks. Look at that. Honest to Pete, I come up with the best ideas. I didn't come up with it. I did. But it's not that big of a deal. All right, that's it. Now my kitchen's upside down mess. But I have brekkie today, brekkie for tomorrow, and coffee. I'm right-handed, Nikki. I'm not right-handed. Gordon would be proud. I looked at Gordon Ramsay's cookbook at BAM last night. Gordon, I can't cook with your ingredients. I don't have half of the stuff. I wouldn't even know where to buy half of it. It was a home cooking book, and I'm like, who has this stuff? There's no home cooking. I don't know. I can't even think of some of the recipes. They were things I'd never heard of. I'm like, I wouldn't call that home cooking, dude. You got to be able to buy the ingredients local. If Gordon wants some home cooking, he needs to come over and see KJ. Bring his little abs with him. I love my husband. Bethany. Look, you guys, look what my daughter bought me yesterday for Mother's Day. I have wanted an orchid my whole life. Look, I've never had one. I've always wanted one. Now to see how quickly I can murder it. KJ was in my head yesterday as I was making cowboy grub, and I only had 1 can of tomatoes, and I said, it's my grub, I'll do what I want. That's right, Vicky. And we should. Nikki, if Gordon shows up to my house, I'm not inviting anybody. He's gonna be all for me. You know, so he can cook. I like Gordon. Put 1 ice cube in the flower pot to water it. What? An ice cube? For real? How often? How often, Kimberly? It says 4 ounces of water every 10 to 15 days. You know that is not, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to give it a half a cup every day and kill it, because that's what I do, because I'll think, oh, he's thirsty. An ice cube. Interesting. So you just sit it in there? Like, do you have to, like, what if it doesn't get on that side? I worry that I'll, 1 ice cube a day. Okay. I'll do it right now so I don't forget. Here you go, little orchid. I mean, is this, I know this is an air plant. Is this part of the orchid? Or is this another plant that is stuck in here with my orchid? Is this part of it? I don't know. So I just leave that little ice cube sitting right there. I've never heard of such a thing. But I'm gonna take your word for it. I don't know anything about, I just want to keep it alive, because it's absolutely beautiful. It's absolutely, look how pretty. I could do that, Mary. YouTube. Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that? You guys, I earned $9 on Rumble this weekend. Thank you. Thank you for watching on Rumble. I appreciate it. All right, guys. I guess I gotta go to work. I wanted to tell you something. What was it? Oh! I wanted to tell you that I talk all the time about being patient with yourself on the scale. Being very, very patient. You know what, Cindy, if I told Marin how that she had to care for that orchid, you know what she'd say? She would say, I bought it for you for Mother's Day, not for me. Why do I need to take care of it? That's what she would say. Right, Anne? That's gonna help on the first payment. I paid for half of it this time though. I paid half of it in cash, which I've never done before. Anyway, I digress. What was I saying? Oh, I was going to tell you. I talk about the scale and how you can't, if you get stuck and it stays the same for 2 or 3 weeks, but you're on plan and you know you're on plan, don't panic. Stay strong. Keep going. It will come off. Well, I've been stuck at 206 now for, it's probably close to a month, I guess, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. And I went to 205 like on Wednesday, but then I was back up to 206 Thursday and Friday. Well, Sunday morning, I was 204. So I am 5 pounds from Wonderland, you guys, 5 pounds. I am at 204 is 47 pounds that I've lost. I'm 3 pounds away from hitting 50, and I'm 5 pounds away from hitting 199. Just be patient. Just be patient. So Janice, in the up, see Sherry, that's amazing. Yep, that's how it works. Janice, when you're on Rumble, there's a search, a little magnifying glass. Click that, and you'll see a button that says videos, and you'll see a button that says channels. If you hit channels, and just type Joyful Life with KJ, just in sentence form, you know, with spaces in it, Joyful Life with KJ, and then hit return. That's what I found. You have to hit enter on your keyboard on your phone, and then you wait a second, and my channel will pop up. when I first started using Rumble too, I was like, this is confusing, but now that I'm using it, it's second nature. It's easy. It's easy. But okay, guys, I need to go to work. And I need to go eat my quinoa that's thickening in front of me, and it's gonna get uglier if I don't eat it, because it's already ugly. It's quite hideous. It doesn't look anything like pearls, but that's because I put cherries in mine. But it's so... I retract my once a day comment. Should I take my ice cube out? You'll get there, Faith. You'll get there. It'll come, Nikki. Patience, guys. I promise. It'll come. If you're staying on plan. Now, if you're eating crossover upon crossover upon crossover, and you're eating more than every 3 hours, like if you're overindulging in heavy S's, then I can't promise it's gonna come quick. So you need to take a look at what you're eating. If you've gone a month and you're not losing, then write down everything you eat. See if you can find any trends. It's okay, Sarah. Today's a new day. Monday is a new day for success. You'll be all good, girl. You'll be all good. Back on plan today. Back at it. Zoom tonight if you're in my class. We'll be Zooming. All right, you guys. I know. I get it, Sarah. Mine either. At all. At all. I've had to learn it. So, all right, guys. I love you all. I hope you all have a blessed Monday. I hope it's wonderful. And you're going to stay on plan today because I said so. Did you hear me? I said stay on plan, and I mean it. Tough love. All right. No, you are going to stay on plan because you want to, because you need to, and you know it's good for you, and so you're going to do it. So, all right, guys. I love you all. Have a blessed day, and I will see you Wednesday. I will be on tomorrow at some point for treadmill devotions. I don't know what time. I will miss you all tomorrow, but you'll be okay. Go watch an old video. Go watch my Dr. Pepper video on Rumble.